Hello, hello. All right. So I'm just going to turn up my mic just a teeny weeny because I love how I sound,
Woo!
Yeah. So tonight we are dealing with being bullied for being different. We were just chatting earlier, you and I, and it's a bit of a sensitive topic. And if you look at the ticker tape at the bottom, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger so y'all can see it. If you have experienced bullying, let us know in the comments. If someone you love has been bullied, put it in the comments. We can see the comments as they come up live. If you comment during the show, then we can put your comment on the screen and address what you're saying or what your experiences are. So post a comment. If you say something worthy that really lends itself to the topic, it'll end up on screen and we will discuss it while you are watching. So have you ever experienced bullying, babe?
Yeah, I have. I feel like I've experienced on so many different levels. So I feel like I've been the bully, back in my younger days, and I've also been bullied. So I definitely feel like throughout my whole life I've experienced some sort of bullying. But it's interesting as an adult how bullying becomes so different. So it's not just, you're fat. Oh, you smell. It becomes more intricate. It becomes about manipulation, and there's so many different ways to really bully someone as an adult. And I've experienced being bullied in that way. And then I even probably without realizing have done that myself. But it's just such a vast, I don't know, bullying can be so wide and different things can be interpreted as bullying as well. So, yeah, short answer, yes, I have experienced bullying. What about yourself, Sandy?
Yeah. I'm not sure if the viewers are seeing it, but your video is breaking up quite a bit, babe. Just
Okay.
since we've gone
That's strange. It seems fine to me, but
weird.
let
So
us
guys,
know.
is the video choppy? Do you mind just commenting down below and letting us know if it is choppy or not? I hope it's just on my end because that seems to have happened in the past. So I couldn't hear a little bit of what you said at the end. So you were asking if I've ever experienced bullying?
Yeah, so have you ever experienced bullying yourself?
So yeah, I was saying earlier that I've when I was at school, there were we were one group of kids who traveled up from preschool all the way to matric, and there were only certain times where we would split into different schools, but then come back together at other times. So it was a very small area, and there were definitely bullies during that time. You always knew the bully; you could see them straight away. A very sort of cocky and arrogant body language, and owning the space, and just so much confidence. And in some cases that would lend itself to a bit of intimidation and bullying of children who were a lot quieter, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more sensitive. So I definitely have experienced bullying, but I've had a particularly special experience with one of my bullies, and I will explain that at the end. And I won't name this person. They are a beautiful, beautiful soul. There were very good reasons why the bullying happened, and we've done extensive chats about it and come to a place of healing and forgiveness for each other, really beautiful. So I absolutely understand that reason for that particular type of bullying. And then
That's
there was
interesting.
yeah, and I'll explain that later. But I did have certain instances of bullying that I still to this day just don't understand. The one person still hates my guts, and I have yet to discover what I did in year 4 that was so awful. I've no clue because I've always thought this person was just really amazing and talented. But they would do all sorts of nasty things, and I'll let you know about that a little bit later on as well. But to start off, we've got this little short video clip. It's not even 2 minutes long, of a Aboriginal boy, a lovely young man named Quaden. And he was bullied quite severely at school for being different. In his case, he has physical differences, growth differences, and so it creates a bit of a target, makes him into a bit of a target. So let's just watch that and have a look at that.
Yep, you go. The relationship I have with Quaden, it's a different kind of mother-son relationship because he's not your average child.
One, two. I got it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need your hand.
He's a 9-year-old kid that just wants to live a regular life. He wants to be normal. You know, he asks all the time, can't the doctors fix me up?
What can we see? See if there's any little tadpoles or fish or...
So I think that's where my overprotectiveness comes in, because I want to do everything I can to improve my son's quality of life, to ensure that he's going to be okay, because I know how cruel people can be.
Nice and warm, eh?
I get very easily angered when I hear of another incident because we just want it to stop.
This is how bullying affects a 9-year-old kid.
I could never have predicted what was going to happen after one video.
A Brisbane mother has posted this heartbreaking video to show the impact bullying can
posted online, collecting more than 23 million views.
I'm not saying this video is fake, but an 18-year-old dwarf is going to look the same as a 9-year-old dwarf.
He's an actor. He's an influencer. Here he is with the money.
I have never seen the amount of vilification that came out of this one event. It was relentless.
I don't think any child should ever have to go through what he's been through, and any parent have to go through what my sister's been through.
We need to talk about these things because that's the only way we're going to make a change. We couldn't suffer in silence any longer.
Smile, big teeth.
So that is a story by the ABC.
Wow.
Australian story. Really, I think the entire film would be quite jarring, but that, you know, that just served to kind of launch us into a discussion about bullying. As you heard, I mean, there's adults bullying this 9-year-old, creating content, viral content, to just have their say and just slam down this young boy instead of feeling empathy and mercy for him. That's
I remember when this story came out, and the first thing I heard about it was, oh no, this poor boy. And then the second thing I heard about it was, he's an actor, he's actually 18, and look at him with all this money and blah, 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 blah. So, like, without researching, I got angry. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how dare this mother and this 18-year-old boy fraud everyone? And I got on the bandwagon of, I can't believe what I don't know, I was angry that I thought he was this 18-year-old boy. And then I did a bit more research and I was like, wait, oh my God, no, people are just bullying this 9-year-old kid. And I've jumped in on this because, you know, if you see it on Facebook, it's real. And I've just joined in on this and gone, I don't know, there was just so many different emotions, because if I felt guilty about believing what I had read, saying that this kid was a fraud, and it was just more bullying. It's insane. I feel guilty admitting that, but it was just, I don't think there's ever been such backlash over a bullying incident where it actually created more bullying rather than resolving it.
Exactly, and that seems to have been what happened, that it was sort of a second wave of bullying, and it threw the family into the spotlight and into the limelight in a way that they had not ever imagined would happen. And I don't think that, you know, they necessarily had the skills to cope with that, you know, that they were thrown into this like the deep end. But it shone a light on a real serious issue. You know, we have our playground bullies. We've all been through it. You have your classroom bullies, your family bullies, your workplace bullies, and then there's this online bullying. And the online bullying can be just so profoundly, so big, so quickly, like a fire, you know, because it's just so accessible and so shareable. That bullying becomes a really wildfire thing.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear from people here in the comments, or via Messenger. If you're not comfortable with commenting a story, reach out, get hold of us and let us know your stories. If you've been bullied, if you've experienced bullying, let us know.
Yeah, I just back to bullying and like the online realm of it all. So one of this TV show that I watched, one of the reality contestants committed suicide this week. Very sensitive topic, if anyone, I should have done a trigger warning for that. But he committed suicide. In his suicide letter, he almost blamed his wife in a weird way. And the amount of people that are now going onto his wife's personal Facebook page and abusing her, bullying her, telling her to kill herself is crazy. And you know what? 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you would not be able to access someone like that. You would not be able to bully and just go online from, your home and just write to this person that you've never met and say, because of what I've read, you need to go do this, or you need to, I hate you, you're an evil person. So having that access to everyone and people that you don't even know all the time is something that I think bullying, and I mean us as social beings, we've never really experienced that. So we're still learning about the repercussions of what, having that instant access really does.
Yeah.
Because,
it's just hectic. And I don't think it's ever, this, I kind of think in the past, past where we just had the printing press, it was easy even then to make printable flyers, bad mouthing someone or slagging someone, and then that would spread. I know in politics they've done that a fair deal, but there's never been anything like now where you can be so broken so fast and with such devastating consequence as we're experiencing now with online bullying.
Yeah. And I think going back to this poor boy, not only does he have to face dwarfism, he's also Aboriginal. And I remember when I was in, it must have been year 5, I had this Aboriginal gentleman come to our school and he was teaching us about snakes and, eating different bush tucker. And he said, look, you might hear that we're bad people, but we're really not. And I remember hearing that and thinking, why is this man saying that to me? But it is because the things that Aboriginal people have been dealing with for the past thousands upon thousands of years, or not thousands of years, but dealing with is just being black. Being black is, already puts them down a peg, and in even bullying. I feel not only did this poor boy have dwarfism, but he would have to be dealing with people being why is he black? And even at such a young age, I know unfortunately, some people that I've met that are white dislike black people. So there's that he has to deal with as well. And I think that needs to be addressed. He's not only dealing with one thing, but there's so many multiple things that this poor boy is dealing with.
Exactly. And then, I mean, it breaks my heart. It honestly does. And I just wanted to, before we, go offline and when we finish chatting, I wanted to just do a shout out to the family as well. The mother's name, I hope I say this correctly, is Yaraka, the mother of Quaden. So she's an Aboriginal single mother and comes from a long line of human rights activists. Older twin sisters, Guyala and Yelan, are very, very close to their brother Quaden. He is 9 and he is a Murray boy and part of a family with a strong Aboriginal family value. Yaraka's father, Tiger Bales, was a prominent and respected Indigenous activist who set up Sydney's Radio Redfern. So, I mean, that's a beautiful family. That's a beautiful, strong Aboriginal family. And, I just hope that they had the support networks in place to really help them deal with what happened to Quaden. He seems like a really, really fit kid, though. He's great.
Yeah.
He's funny and he's just got an amazing personality. So I hope that inner strength that he has is enough to really kind of buoy him through this tough time. And the thing is, I feel like he'll always be in the limelight because by nature he just does own the camera. He loves being on camera. He does. He just has so much fun. It just kind of oozes out of him. And he's going to have to deal with bullies for the rest of his life, sadly, because that is what the online landscape is right now. But I feel
quickly, sorry, why was that not mentioned? Out of all the research I did about Clayton, why was not all of his family's heritage and what they've done activist-wise not mentioned? That paints a whole nother picture to the story and what kind of people they are, and that was not mentioned. I didn't,
because it doesn't sell.
Insanity.
Doesn't sell. Bad news sells. No. Bad news is like a wildfire. Good news is like a bucket of water. Nobody wants to look at good news. And it's sad. And talking about that, even it's so funny. Bullying can even extend to what we're being fed in social media and online in the news. It's almost like it's a constant put down, constant bad news and put downs. There's bullying in the forms of your body doesn't look as good as this body when it's just totally photoshopped. And then also your business is not as good as this woman's business who's your age and your demographic. Why is your business failing? It's all these little put downs, and it's so fucking annoying.
A whole nother.
So I've stopped reading the news. I sometimes go on to Google. I open up Google and click on news, and everything is negative. Every single news, everything is negative and breaking things down. And I've now found this website. I'm going to give you the name because it's so cute. I absolutely love it. It's happynews.com. So what I've done is I have I'm gonna try and put that on the screen because I really recommend it. So it's so cute. It's happynews.com. And you can click a little happy face if you like the article or not, and only the best ones kind of keep staying on the page. So it's not an actual news page. It jumps you off to the news pages. So I'm going to just show you that now. Just give me one.
Yes. This is what we need in our lives. We need happynews.com.
Look at this. It's so happy. You've got look at this. Iconic New York bookstore flooded. And then I went, oh no, with $200,000 in orders after a plea to fans. Closure. Yay. So we click the little happy face. And then a fundraiser secures £270,000 for a community 100 miles away. It's such cute news. I just love it. Dogs use peepholes on the fence to watch mum come and go. I just absolutely love it. And then this article, I'm one of those little happy faces. I'm not sure why this image is not working, but I'm going to open up so it takes you direct to the network. It is a 5th grader who is racing to get 100,000 meals to people in need before Thanksgiving. We never see this stuff. We never, ever see this stuff. And it is a form of bullying. It's like you're being pushed down. Look what he writes on every bag, babe. You got this.
I love this person.
I love this whole website. And he's even got a video, a kindness speech by a 9-year-old. Guys, get onto happynews.com. It is my life. I'm not watching any more other news anymore. I'm done. I want to see the good in the world.
I feel happier just looking at that. I love happiness, and I love, I don't know, just beautiful people. There is not enough beautiful people. Or maybe there is, and we're just not seeing it. Maybe there are. That's it. Oh, well, you've made my day, and checking out your feed and watching what you do always puts a smile on my face. So
yeah, but I mean, seriously, get that happynews.com on your page. So on your phone, if you've got the website open, generally you can click the 3 little dots in the top right corner if you're on Android. I don't know about iPhone, maybe comment down below. And you can choose to add it to your home screen. So it becomes an icon on your home screen. I've dragged that shit center of my main page on my phone. So when I'm like, oh, I want to know I feel like reading the news. I don't really want to read all the news. I just want to read something that shows me the world is in a better place and that bullies don't reign, that good people reign. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do a little thing. Okay. If you want good people to win, can you just hit the love heart button now and just flood the screen? So just there, just hit the, just show them, Nicola, it's
oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Is it?
Yeah. I gotta just hit the love heart and then it'll go, because then it'll the love hearts. It'll be so cool. And I always say, they've proven that opening up Facebook releases dopamine and all this stuff, all these happy hormones and like rushes of happiness or whatever it is. And when people see things like hearts and hug reacts going up in a video, it actually releases happy hormones. So let's do it, guys. I try to do it in all my videos. Just do the hug react, do the laugh react, do the love react.
Oh my gosh.
Because when
That's
people
so cool.
they're going to feel good when they see all of that happening. Yeah.
That's
All right.
awesome.
So do you have any words of encouragement for anyone going through bullying? This is our coming down to land. What would you say to someone who's experiencing bullying right now?
I always think to myself, bullying has nothing to do with you. It's all about whoever's doing it to you. It's got nothing to do with you. So it's none of your business. It's got nothing to do with you. Let them do their thing. And you actually gave me a really good piece of advice that karma will get them. Like not in a horrible way, but like, yeah. Now let karma sort it out. Like just let karma sort it out. You do you. Yeah. But definitely bullying has nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with the other person. Yeah. Now
I've just realized that I have a choir on right now that I need to jump off and go and run.
Okay, love you.
My word is, if you're being bullied, allow yourself to sit with that emotion. If you're feeling sad or hurt, sit with it, own it, and let it go and stand tall because it is nothing to do with you. Nicola is right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. And, we will see you around.
Bye.